All right. So, okay. Hey, legacy builders. Welcome back to Mind Your Money. In today's video, I think this is Vlogmas day 5 or day 4. I hope you're enjoying it. And I'm going to wait for the airplane to go overhead because that's annoying. And now I have to pee. Oh, boy. I got to pee. Oh, okay. Oh, all right. So, in today's video, I am going to be setting up my budget for the entire year, calendar year of 2024. And I've been doing this every single year since I think 2021 or maybe 2020. So the spreadsheet that I'm using is the spreadsheet that I created, and it is available for sale on my website, tashaloveslife.com. I'll link it down below if anybody wants to give it a try. I really like it. And the reason why I set it up this way is because you can see the entire year at a glance, your expenses, which are listed in column A, is everything fixed, variable, random, once a year, anything, all your expenses. There's a space to list every single one of them. And then I'll walk you through each section as I'm setting it up. So that way, if you're interested in this spreadsheet or even just creating your own, which is also fine, then at least you'll get to see somebody else doing it and maybe you'll get some inspiration. So grab your coffee, tea, whatever you like to eat or drink, and let's settle down and settle in. Put on a little music if you want, and let's get going. I have something playing on the side on my cell phone just to keep me in a mellow mood while we set this up. So we are working with a very modest income, and I made some changes to how much money we plan to use per paycheck, which will basically be every single Friday for us. And that way we can still pay our bills and we can put a little money aside for investing, for savings, and for our children. So let's walk through this together. I had to change my expenses. If you were here before, you may have noticed that at the top, the very first expense that I had listed was our tithe, and that's still there. It's just no longer at the top because I wanted to start with our fixed expenses. So everything that I just highlighted, those are fixed expenses. The rent, gym membership, car insurance, electricity, life insurance policies, cell phone, internet, and gas utility. So all of these are the only bills that we have right now. You won't see things like daycare because I am taking care of the baby at home. At the time I'm recording this, she's not born yet. When you see this, she probably still won't be born yet, but it's close to it. But we're not going to have daycare. Um, so hopefully these, I think this is 9 different expenses. Those are all the fixed expenses, and that you probably will see every single month for the entire year. So I wanted to make sure those were listed first. And then we have our next set of priorities, which are our savings and investments. So the emergency fund is still a line item because we have to put money towards that every single year or every single month, every single week, which is how we get paid weekly. And then investments, because we have long-term goals and we want to be make sure we can feed ourselves and shelter ourselves when we're in an old age. And then we have purpose funds. Now, the purpose funds are also multiple savings, and I'll have to adjust this note. I'm going to do that with you when I get to that part. And then the next section here, these 3 are our giving opportunity. So we tithe off of our income because that is our foundational faith. And then we have what we call a first fruit offering. That's a special offering that we try to make sure we give every month. Income has been a little bit tight for the last few months, and you may not have seen it within my paycheck budgets, but we still do give a first fruit anytime, every time we can. And then we have our charity. So I want to start giving to a charity. I don't know if I'll be able to budget it out with the way this income is right now, but I'm going to try my best. And whatever you can give, don't be ashamed if it's just a couple of dollars or $5, whatever you can do. Um, as long as you're doing it with a cheerful heart, with a grateful heart, do it. And the charity, one of the charities that I've been looking at is a domestic violence charity in my area. But this is a new line item, and this is the section that I put it in because it's specifically for giving. And then the rest of what's here is basically everything else. So we're going to pull out cash each week because I do like to do some cash savings challenges and have a little fun, and training my children how to manage money well, giving them an opportunity to feel the cash and see it, and let them learn how to save and manage it. And then also miscellaneous, and household. So miscellaneous is basically everything that we need to survive as a family: our food, groceries, any kind of fun we want to have, any kind of trips, things like that. It will go into this miscellaneous account, which is a high yield savings account with Capital One 360. And then household is for household products. So our paper products, cleaning products, stuff like that. And anything unbudgeted, I just put here because sometimes in some months there might be an expense that is only an annual expense, and then we will pay that from either the income that's coming in or our annual bills purpose fund. And I'll get to that too. So let's go back up. I need to set up the budget, and I'm going to do some cosmetic changes too. So again, get comfy. We're about to do what we have to do. And I have a peppermint mocha. Not peppermint mocha. Can't drink coffee right now. Peppermint hot chocolate from Starbucks. So I'm not a big pumpkin fan, but I was so excited when they started with the peppermint because this is my jam and I love it. Let me know down in the comments if you're hashtag team pumpkin spice or hashtag team peppermint. All right, so this is a copy of what we set up for 2023. And since we're going into 2024, I'm going to rename this sheet to 2024. And then I need to also duplicate this one because this is where, or should I? Yeah, let me duplicate it. We're gonna set up the income as well for 2024. Oh, ooh, ooh, ooh. Okay. Sorry, I made a mistake. It's supposed to be income 2024. And I hope all of my, what do you call those formulas, moved over. Okay. So when you purchase the sheet, when you purchase this spreadsheet, you're going to get this tab here. It comes with this. This is for income. And then you're also going to receive this tab is included in that download, that digital download, so you can actually type out and set up your budget for the entire year. And then you're also going to get this sheet here. It says paycheck budget. So there are three worksheets within this one digital product: the income, and then the year, the monthly, the yearly budget itself, and then you have a paycheck worksheet too. And so you can customize it. Of course, you can change the font, you can change your categories if you need to, but anywhere that's like highlighted where there's totals, everything, all the formulas are already set up for you. So all you have to do is input your information and then move on. Okay, so I'm going to start with the income first, and I blocked out some of this, and this is from 2023. So first I'm just going to reset all of this because we're starting fresh. And then I'm going to type in the numbers for the income that we are projecting for 2024. I like to start with a clean slate. And so looks like you see here the total at the bottom. The totals are now zero, and it looks like we have, money left over. And you know what I'm going to do? Also going to go here. Those planes are just driving me up the wall. I'm going to reset all the categories. Oh, wait, undo. Right. Okay. And here. Sorry. Ooh, it's like, oh, she really like, right. This is I think something wrong with this. There we go. Okay, we are just about reset. I want to delete the notes that I have here because I'm going to create new notes when I need to. So delete. There we go. And then I'll delete again because I won't need those for now. I want to have everything in order so we can start the year truly fresh from a fresh start. I like setting this up. I like doing resets. Not only does it help with the budget, but it helps emotionally when you sometimes you have to just take that deep breath and just wipe the slate clean and start over. Now, I want to do some cosmetic changes because again, this is copied from 2023's annual budget spreadsheet, and I'm just going to change everything above the total line to a different color. So I love this color green, but everything should be black for now. We'll start over and then delete this next note. I hope I did speed you through some of this because it might seem a little monotonous. Okay, there we go. We're reset. We're ready to go. So let's start with the rent for the first month of the year. If you may have already seen my January budget reset, or maybe you haven't, but we're just going to put in the numbers that we're hoping they should be, and then we're going to work from there. So Jim is 94 per month, Geico is 77 per month, PSEG is going to be budgeted 50 per month. Life insurance is 33 and 36 per month. Cell phone is 94. Spectrum is 85. National Grid is nothing because they overcharged us, so there's no fee, or there's no bill right now. We're still over $1,000, so I'm not expecting we have to pay anything. Probably or hopefully through the first quarter because $1,000 is a lot, and we really don't need the heat right now. I mean, it's been cold we're still in November when I'm filming this, but it's not freezing, it's not unbearable. So we really don't need the heat just yet. But again, when baby girl comes, then we will, and hopefully that bill will still be in a credit status, so we won't have to pay anything. Emergency fund, usually 5% of whatever we bring in per week is sent towards savings, which includes the emergency fund. And so I'm thinking if I look at what I did pre plan some things for January. We'll probably end up putting um, maybe 10, 20, 30, 40, maybe $40 in a month. I think that makes sense for the month of January. So I hope we're not over. And then for investments, that should be based on what we are um, projecting, that should be 38 per week. So 150, 152. Let's put it at 152, or let's put it at 150 and let's see what happens. And then for purpose funds, now this is where I need to type this out because I need to know, I need to create a note so I know what our purpose funds are. And we're not going to be able to every fund every week, but I want to know what they are for the month. So I'm going to create a note here. So at least I have it in both places. So we have um, back to school, we have Christmas, we have clothing, we have gifts, we have wellness. Renters insurance is not a fund, so I have to take that out because we have annual bills now. And I think I did that. So I'll just put annual bills. We have PC and life is still one because that's for our professional recertifications. We have vehicle insurance. We have, let me see, I wrote some of these down to make it easier. We have transportation. And then we have Amazon is still a thing, even though I might get rid of that one. I might change it to something else. Um, Next month's bills, we have vacation, we have home, and 40th birthday is going to change because in 2024, I'm already 40. So we're going to change this to milestone birthday. So whoever has the next milestone will be just saving up for that. So those are all the purpose funds. So I'm going to change this one. This says renters insurance, and actually we don't need that. So I'm just going to strike through that because we don't have renters insurance anymore as a individual fund. Um, we have a pay myself account, but I haven't considered that as a purpose fund because that's just like a PTO account and separate savings. Maybe I'll decide to add it later, but for now we're going to keep these as our active purpose funds. So for purpose funds for the month, we only have a set amount that's going to them, and I think that's going to be about 148. And if we put 40 towards the emergency fund, then $108 is going there, or maybe a little bit less. I'm going to put 108. I think 75 would do good. So I'll put 75 for now because we have some other savings. No, no, no. Yes. You know what? Plus 75. Let's do 85. Yeah. Let's do 85 here. If I'm doing this right, I should have better. Tithe is important. Tithe is 10% of the income we plan to bring in, and I think we're going to be doing 300 in January. For the first fruit, we're not budgeting anything for that right now. For the charity, nothing right now. And then for cash, we know for January, we'll need to pull out a set amount for each week. And I think it's going to be, let me see, I wrote some notes down. It should be 300. So we'll put 300 for that. And then for miscellaneous, um, I know this seems like an odd number, but it should be 131. And then for household, even though I don't think I plan to put anything into household, it would be nice to put money into household. Let's see what happens. Let's see how much we have budgeted so far. 2,975. So that's what? That's $25 difference. Let's go to income. 2024. We have not put anything into income. Why did I forget that? So here's what we're going to do. The income that we plan to use in a 4-pay month would be 2,800 here, and then for extra is about 200. So we're over budget. Oh, no, no, this is the wrong one. Okay, so this equals B7 minus 2024. So this is wrong here. The formula is wrong. I copied it, but it copied the formula from the wrong thing. So we're going to just delete this, and we're going to say minus 2024, this one. Okay, there we have it. Okay, that's correct. So now I have to copy that formula for all of these. So I'll speed you through this. This one, June, June, and July. Oops. Wait, I did it wrong. Yeah, I did it wrong. August. It's supposed to be August. I did it wrong. It's supposed to be August. Okay. This is supposed to be July. So I did that. This is supposed to be June. So let's just go back and make sure I did that right. That should be June. June. Right? Good. This should be May. H22. I did that wrong. Okay, so this is supposed to be for May. Let's take that out. We gotta hurry up with this. Oh, that's Stacy. I have to start over again. That was for May. So let's make sure April is correct. Let's just take it out. Let's start again. April. April. There we go. Good. And then March. Let's try to get this right. Come on. March. Okay. And then February. C22. Good. Okay. So we stopped at August. So let's do September. So September, go to 2024. Go to September is total and enter. And then go to October. Let's October and then 2024 and October and enter. Okay. And then we November. So we're gonna delete this one here. November, and then we'll go to 2024, and then we'll hit this box and enter. And then we have the last one, which is December. So that and December, enter. Okay, perfect. Okay, I'm back. I'm sorry that hopefully I sped through all of that. So after adjusting the formulas to make sure that we're computing between the income of 2024 and the 2024 annual budget, I can go ahead and put in the income. I think that would be most efficient. So we have $25 remaining to allocate for January. And so I'm going to put that right into household. So that should give us our zero base budget for the month of January. And that's what it is. So that's how that works. And that's easy. So both spreadsheets will show you what you have remaining if there's anything, or if you're over budget for the month in that year. So now we can move on to February, since January is already set up. And these are our basically, the amounts may be the same. The amounts are going to be the same for 4 pay months, but are going to be different for 5 pay months because it's extra income. And February is a 4 pay month, so we're just going to do the same thing here. We're going to type in the same amounts because our fixed expenses rarely change. They're pretty much the same. The emergency fund, investments, purpose funds, our tithe, cash that we plan to use, miscellaneous, and household will get the same amount. So we should still have $3,000. We go to our income, we are $3,000 over budget because we didn't put income. So $2,800 for this income and $200 for that one. And boom, we have a zero base budget, nothing else to allocate. And then we're going to move to March. March is going to be different because March is a 5 pay month. So we're going to be working with more income. So I'm going to start with my income tab, and we're going to put here $3,500 for this income and $250 for that one. So that's $3,750 that we hope to work with. I think that's what I said. And then March, rent is the same. All of our fixed expenses are the same. The only difference is going to be our variable expenses, which include our emergency fund, investments, purpose funds, our tithe, and if we're going to do any extra giving that I would hope to do. So for emergency fund, we're going to have a little more to work with each week. Let's see. I think 75, 750. It's 37. 37 by 5 is 185. So if we start with 185, I think we can put $50 towards the emergency fund in the 5 pay months. Okay, so I hit 30 minutes and the first part of this video stopped recording, but I think we were talking about the emergency fund. And so March is a 5 pay month. So the emergency fund is, we're going to plan $10 a week. So that's $50 for the month. And for investments, I believe it's going to be $38 a week. So we're going to plan for $190 to be invested in the month of March. And then purpose funds. I think that's going to be the same thing. I think we're going to try $95 and see how that works. The tithe is going to be $375. I'm not going to budget for first fruit or charity right now. Cash, we're going to see if we can pull out a little bit extra, maybe we can do 400 for the month. Let's see how that works. And then for miscellaneous, whew, let's try 150. I know that's low, but let's try 150. And then let's see where we are. Okay, wow. Oh, we still have quite a bit left. So we still have $521 that we can allocate in the month. So in the month of March of 2024. So let's go back and let's see if we can add, let's make this 125. Let's see if we can do 125, and that will give us 491 left. So let's go back here, and cash is already at 400. Maybe we can make this 500, and then we can give a first fruit offering. We'll put $60, which is normally what we do. We just like to kind of double or almost double what we bring in per week, and that's per month, right? Yeah, per month. And then for charity, I'm going to start off with $25. I haven't officially given to this one particular charity that I want to give to. So I'm really trying to feel it out, and I want to make sure that they're actually doing something to help fight against the domestic abuse, or they're really helping women who are survivors and trying to get out of those dangerous situations. So I still have some kind of research to do, because I don't want to give money into an organization that is not doing what they should for the victims, women and children who have been in abusive situations. So that's the reason why it's $25. We're going to see what happens um, around maybe January. Okay, so $306 still left to budget, and I hope you can see this. I think it's clear. I hope it's big enough. I have it at 125% viewage. If you can't see it, let me know so I can make adjustments for the next time I do this type of video. How much did I say is left? $306 for March. So let's put $100 towards household. If we do $50 a person, and now there's 6 of us, so 50 multiplied by 6 is 300. That's a lot. That's a lot. Oh gosh, we have to increase our income too. We have to increase our usable income. $206 remaining. So let's make household 200, and then our purpose funds are budgeted at 125. We have $106 left. So let's make this 200, and that $6 is kind of bothering me. Oh, I don't have to put anything here. Now, if we add 125 plus 6, it's 131. That's just a weird number, but let's do 131. So we should have $100. Oh, we have $50 left. Okay. So where should we put that $50? We're doing 100 envelope challenge where we're saving 10K in the year 2024. So maybe I could add it to the cash that we pull out, especially since we're going to be starting the cash minder for the baby girl. So we'll make this 550, and that should give us our zero-based budget. Boom, there it is. So now March is done. So what I'm going to do, I'm basically going to copy the allocations for all of our expenses in March to May, August, and November. Those are the other 3 months in the year that will be a 5-pay month. But first, let's finish April. 1500, 94, 77, 50, 33, 36, 94. Oops. No, honey. 94, 85. Ooh, baby girl. And 40, 150, 85, 300. I'm not doing that in that month. And let's see, 550, 200, 200, and oh shoot, I did it wrong. Haha, I did it wrong. 300. Sorry, I did it way wrong. I was copying the wrong information. So that's $3,000 for April, but May is a 5 pay month because there are 5 Fridays. So let's just copy this information over. Okay, and boom. If we look, we're still over. So we're just going to do the same thing. April is going to be 2,800 here and 200 there for a $3,000 income base income. And then 3,500 for May, and then 250 here. So we have a zero based budget also for May. And then when we go to June, June is a regular 4 pay month. So we'll just copy that same information. Our fixed expenses do not change. So that will still be the same. And nothing for National Grid. I really don't know when I can plan for National Grid, which is our gas heat. That's our gas heat. So, and when we get to like maybe when we get to April, we definitely shouldn't have any bill because the weather's going to be warmer. It might still be a little cool in the Northeast, but it shouldn't be cool and so cool that we need to turn on the heat. So I'm thinking I probably won't budget for anything for this National Grid gas utility because of where we currently are at the beginning or end of 2023 going into 24. We shouldn't have anything to budget, but if we do, then we just have to make adjustments. Remember, this is like a blueprint. This is just okay, what can I expect to receive the minimum amount for the entire year, and how can I stick to it? It just helps, I think, to make an annual budget, to see your year at a glance, and have a plan of attack, or not even a plan of attack, just a plan of action. So June is a 4 pay month, so we're going to continue to copy the same allocations. We don't need to change anything. If it's not broke, don't fix it. We're missing $300 in cash, which might need to be more, but we'll see. 131 there and $25 there. So each month is going to be different, present different opportunities for so many things, but at least we have something to work with. So July is also a 4 pay month. Okay, and that's $3,000. August is a 5 pay month. Shoot, I did it wrong. August is a 5 pay month. So we're going to do 50 for emergency fund, 190 for investments, 131 for purpose funds, 375 for our tithe. First fruit offering is 60, charity 25, cash would be 550. Is that right? Yeah, 550, 200 for miscellaneous, and 200. Oh, yeah, 200 for household. I hope I did that right. I did. So 3750. And I'll get back to the income tab in just a minute. Let me fill in the September is a 4 pay month. 50, 33, 36, 94, 85. And then a 4 pay month. So $40, 150, 85, 300, 0, 0, 300. Ooh, not 3,000. Whoops. 300. Okay. And then 131, 25. And that's $3,000 for September. Okay. We're not including things like bonuses, federal or state tax refunds, commission checks, side income from like Google AdSense or even revenue from my business. We're not counting those because those things fluctuate. And, we also get cash gifts. Sometimes people give you gifts for birthdays for the children, anniversary or stuff like, or just random, I love you and here's money. So we don't count any of that. We're just counting bare bones, basic. This is the income that we should be able to use every single week and month. So October is a 4-pay month. So income is going to be, the expenses will be the same for variable and fixed. And let's see, that's going to be 40 and 150 for investments, savings, 85 for purpose funds. Tithe would be 300. We're not going to allocate anything for extra giving. For cash, it'll be 300. Miscellaneous will be 131 and $25 for household. Miscellaneous, in case you're new here, is a high yield savings account. That's the name of it, and it's with Capital One 360. And we already have a balance in there, so we're always putting money in every time we get paid, so that we can cover our grocery expenses, eating out, ordering in, and any other fun things that we want to do as a family, or if someone individually has something that just pops up. We pay our credit card back from the miscellaneous account. So if you don't see food here, you don't see groceries or eating out or like, trips and things like that, it's all lumped into that one miscellaneous account, which is why. So I hope that that helps anybody. Oops. That helps anybody who is new here or watching me for the first time. And please don't forget to hit like on the video. I would appreciate it so much. November, surprisingly, is a 5-pay month. I was surprised. I don't ever remember having November being a golden month, which is when it's that month where if you get paid weekly or bi-weekly, you get an extra check. So that's like, okay, I like that. 500. I would love for I would not love for PSEG to be 500. That's like ridiculous. So we try to keep our electricity bill very, very low by unplugging things, using very efficient products to help keep our bills very low. So this is a 4-pay month. So our savings and investings and tithes are going to be the same as the previous 4-pay months. And we're going to put this here. Oh, no, no, no. Why did I say that? I'm confusing myself. November is a 5-pay month, you guys. So 50, 190 for investments, 131 for purpose funds. Tithe is going to be 375. First fruit will get 60, charity 25, cash would be 550, miscellaneous would be 200, and household will be 200, and that should bring us to 3750. Perfect. Now the last month of 2024 is a 4-pay month, and I can tell you, I think for the last 3 years December has been an extra payment month for us, or an extra paycheck month. So it's just kind of weird to see in 2024 it's not. It's actually going to be November instead of December. It's different. Okay. Fixed expenses hopefully have not changed by this time. And also, whenever we save on our fixed expenses, the money that we save is going straight to our next month's bills account. So there always will be some extra money going there besides what we planned. And this is a regular saving, investing, and giving month. So nothing for extra giving. 300 for cash, 131 for miscellaneous, and $25 for household. That's $3,000. That's our $3,000. Now, let me go back to income so I can fill this in. June is a 4-pay month, so it's going to be $2,800 for this income and $200 for that one. July is a 4-pay month, so the same income budgeted, and I'm just making sure we have a zero-based budget. For July, it looks like we still have $36 left to allocate. So let me go back and look at July. Yeah. What did I miss in July? We have our household, our miscellaneous, our cash is 300, so that's the same. Tithe is 300. Purpose funds gets 85. Investments 150. Emergency fund gets 40. Spectrum is 85. Metro PCS is 94. Okay, life insurance. The second life insurance policy was missing. So now let's go back. Okay, boom. We have a zero-based budget for July, and August is a 5-pay month, so that means 3,500 for this income and 250 for that one. Mm. And then September is a 4-pay month, so 2,800 and 200. And then October is a 4-pay month, so 2,800 and 200. Boom. We have zero-based budget. It's okay. November is a 5-pay month. So 3,500. She is excited. Oh, it's really kicking me. Okay, 3,500 and 250. Okay, another zero-based budget. Boom. And then December is a 4-pay month. So 2,800 here and 200 there. Let's see. We have a zero-based budget all the way across. If you can see, remaining has $0 left. Nothing remaining. And I want to show you what's on this right side here. There's a little section that I just kind of I set this up as tithing. Tithe use pre-tax dollars. Okay. Can you stop flying over my head? You're so loud. Hmm. I ordered a banana walnut loaf from Starbucks. It's just really good. I'm hungry. Okay. I used to tithe using pre-tax dollars when I had my W-2 job when I worked for this insurance agency. But if you haven't been here before, in 2022, my boss died in January, and so the agency shut down. So I don't work for that company anymore. But although I still have my licenses, I'm still a licensed insurance agent. I don't work for an agency, like a local agency. So I don't work off of W-2 income. Most, if I'm doing anything, I'm a freelancer and I have 1099. So whatever I get, I'm tithing off of that, or whatever I use. And then I tithe separately off of anything I don't use because, again, I'm sharing certain things on the channel. I share a lot. I think I really do share a lot, but it's only to help people and it's to help keep me accountable. So some part of the income, I'm not really taxed on that. And then my husband, I don't see his pay stubs. Whatever he deposits into our main account, our joint brick and mortar account, we only take a portion of that out and put it into our operating account with Capital One, and then we start budgeting from that. So I tithe off of whatever we're using, and then we do our extra giving behind the scenes. I hope that makes sense. So I don't even use this note anymore as like tithe using pre-tax dollars. But tithing is our foundation. That's all. We always get. We're going to give 10% of our increase, and then we're going to give in other areas too. So this totals up all of the income that we have combined, and then this totals all of the variable income, right? Those are the things that basically it's like cash rewards, cash gifts, my husband's commissions when he gives a portion to the family budget, stuff like that. And all, all kinds of things that are not consistent, right? Variable. So when you total up, it totals up all of the combined income. So we're looking at a budgeted income of $36,400 for the year 2024, and 2,600 of that is variable income. And our tithe is estimated at 3,900 based on 10% of the combined income. So let me go here and let's see if our tithe actually hits that. I don't know if it will. That is $29.25. Okay. So based on what we have budgeted for the year, no, no, no. I think I'm wrong. Hold on. Yeah, I might be wrong. Let's start from January. From January 24 to December 24, our tithe is budgeted at 3,900. So that's accurate. So that's how much we plan to give for the entire year. You can see the sum in the corner here. I hope you can see it. Or if my face is there, you might not be able to see it. So let me take a screenshot and I'll insert it hopefully. So 3,900 is the estimation for the tithe, and then we have our giving. Let's see. Our first fruit offering. Let's calculate first fruit and charity. Even though this is just the minimum that we plan to give, $340 outside of our regular tithe. And that's not too bad. I think we can do better with our income, but again, this is just bare bones minimum everything, not including extra income that could come in throughout the year. So that is our annual budget. I want to show you the breakdown, which is here. And this is our bills and expenses breakdown. I have to make this a little bit smaller, but I hope even though if I make it smaller, you can still see. Or maybe you can zoom in. If you're watching on the TV, I don't know if you can, but on your phones, you could probably pinch and zoom in. So 50% of our income, not sure what it is blue. Okay, that's our rent. So our rent is pretty high. And this is just for like the month, so you can see how where your money is really going. So our rent is going there. So then we have cash is 10% of our income per month. And then let's see the tithe. The tithe is here. Tithe is 10%. Investments is 5%, which is our goal, right? Right now we're doing a minimum of 5% invested, 5% saved. When we look at the emergency fund, it's 1.3%. What else? Purpose funds is 2.8%. So if you add that 2.8 plus 1.3, it's almost 5%. It's 4% actually. So I think this is a nice way to get a breakdown to see how much are your bills costing you, and then how much are you putting towards your financial goals. That's a big one for me. And I keep telling my husband, I think it's important that we try to increase that incrementally. So even though we've planned out for a set amount to invest and save throughout 2024, this is something we can start to revisit maybe at the end of each quarter and come back and say, okay, well, we're only saving 2% or less than 3% here. Can we bump that up to a full 3? Because right now we're just a little over 2.5. Can we bump it up to 3? Maybe for the next quarter. And then we can come in, open up the annual budget, and make some updates, right? Because, of course, things don't always stay the same. You know, God has his way of doing things. But again, um, we have to be diligent, right? With what's going on with our money. So that's it. I feel so excited about this because now I feel like, oh, breath of fresh air. We're done. So I want to make some cosmetic updates. I might do that later. I did already type in what our purpose funds are. We're going to split them up. We're going to allocate money as we need to per paycheck. But now at least we have something set up per month so we can organize our money a little bit better going forward. So that is it for this video. I hope you are getting ready for a wonderful, beautiful holiday season. If you celebrate Christmas like we do, I hope you're doing it in a way that is easy for you and not stressful, okay? Because I know around this time, you want to give to everybody. You want to give to, if you have children, the children's teachers, the crossing guard, the male people, which I think that is a nice thing to do. But you want to give to everybody. But if you can't, if you're in a position where you're still paying off debt, or you're working to hit certain goals like maxing out your IRA or saving to get a month ahead, let that be your focus, and let the people that you love know that, hey, I'm on a journey right now. I'm trying to do some things, so I don't have the extra money. But enjoy the season, enjoy being around your family, create new memories. I'm thinking of just, teaching my youngest son how to bake. You know what I'm saying? Let him bake with me. Let that experience be something fun. He learns to do something. And, we take pictures and video and enjoy each other, because all of our children are getting one gift for Christmas each. The one thing that they said they wanted, maybe a few clothes here and there, but one major gift, because that's really all we can afford right now, with our situation. So don't let the consumerism that's flying through the marketing and media trick you into feeling like you have to do for everybody, because you honestly don't. And I want you to be so happy and fulfilled and excited, and you get some love and you share some love. And remember to mind your money, y'all. Manage it well and live your lives abundantly. Thank you so much for being here. I hope you are enjoying Vlogmas. Bye for now.